Producing over 500 hours per week of talk radio, GCN Live is a world leader in talk radio. Archives for the following program can be found at gcnlive.com.
Thank you for listening to the Naseema Omer Show, produced by Genesis Communication Network. You can enjoy listening to live shows on Saturdays and Sundays, 1 to 2 Central Standard Time, or listen at your own time on your own devices and computer machines by going to archive and podcasts, and listen also on smartphones available now. GCNlive.com. I am very excited today to interview Michelle Van Etten. She is a powerful figure and so filled with inspiration, in particular to women. And our topic today is empowering women. And I just love you, Michelle. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Naseema. How are you?
Great. Welcome, and thank you for taking time off your busy schedule and coming on my show. I'm so excited to interview you.
I'm so excited to be here, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, and you, by the way, are in sunny Florida now, while I am here in our sunny Minnesota in the middle of winter.
Sorry.
I know. It just means I gotta schedule that flight and come out and see you, and my parents keep saying, when are you coming? And they're not far from you, and say, I need to just do it. But tell me, Michelle, before I read more, about your background and stuff like that, tell me, why don't you start telling me a little more about your background and how you made it to be in the book, The Greatest Networkers in the World, authored by John Milton Fogg.
So a little bit about my background. I taught scrapbooking all over the world, and I did that for 10 years. So I guess that's kind of how I learned how to talk to many different people and to, I guess, promote myself. And I think that helped a lot when it came to starting out in networking. And the way I made it into the book, I rose up the ranks really, really quick because I went to work and went to work hard. And I was working with Keith Halls, and Keith was being interviewed for the book. And I also was doing some of the shows for Tom Chenault. And when I did it, John Milton Fogg was on, and something I had said resonated with him.
Okay, so
we started talking.
So these names you're mentioning, just so I can kind of introduce them to our listenership here, because not everyone may be familiar with it. These are popular names in the network marketing industry. Also, you may hear the term MLM in different companies. With the most recent one that Keith Halls and Tom Chenault and John Milton Fogg and Michelle Van Etten, along with myself, are involved with, is called Youngevity, founded by Dr. Joel Wallach. Go ahead, Michelle.
And we just started, John Milton Fogg and I became friends, and we started talking, and we were working on Facebook together. And we, I think that it's all about this industry in networking and network marketing is just about networking. It's about meeting people and seeing how you can help each other. And also, showing other people how they can help themselves.
You mentioned. Go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted you there.
No, it's okay. We're not in this, we're in this for ourselves, but not by ourselves. And we have a whole community of people that believe one team, one dream. So just this weekend, I was in Kansas City at Bard Pitcock's event, which is another leader who's in the Greatest Networkers. And it was really nice because there were many other teams there. And so Youngevity really does have one team, one dream.
That is amazing. Concept. Yep, I love being involved with Youngevity. I've been a distributor now with them for almost 6 years, not quite, climbing on 6 years, so that's amazing. Tell me a little about your family, Michelle. I know you work hard. You worked really hard, and that's why you made it to be in the book, and you have a chapter dedicated to yourself, and it's called The Perfect Storm, and we'll kind of touch on that a bit too. But tell me a little about your family, and how did you get to be in Florida?
Well, I was born and raised in Florida, and I never really left. My husband was born in Florida, but he was in the military, and he traveled pretty much all over the world. And we had decided once we got married that we really wanted to stay where it was warm and where I had family, which was in Florida.
I see.
And so my main goal when I first started with longevity, I wanted to be able to retire my husband.
Mm-hmm.
He had worked 20 years and retired from the Navy, and then he did 8 years of private contracting for a company called SOCOM, and he had top-level security clearance. And within 10 months of joining the business, I was able to bring him home with his family.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. It is so precious and such a treasure to have, main dad figure home with kids, and you've got 2 beautiful children, and with yourself, too, being the spouse,
Yes, and we're homeschooling.
Oh, wow. You have your hands full, busy and dedicated.
Do.
Yeah, and he worked hard, and now you both work together and raise a family. That's wonderful, wonderful. Michelle, The Perfect Storm, the name of the chapter in this book, Network Marketing, and I think it's going to kind of give a lead into what you're so passionate and so involved with right now, with empowering women in so many different ways. And you empower men and children as well, so I don't want to mislead anyone listening to this. You're all about everyone, but more passionate so about women. And I must say, The Perfect Storm, and I want to let the listeners know, I'm going to stop there for a second. You can listen and watch my video file on my YouTube channel called The Naseema Omer Show, which will be out shortly after, within a few days of the show being aired live. And that's when you will be able to see the picture of Michelle Van Etten and know and relate to what I'm going to talk about right now. In this chapter, The Perfect Storm, and knowing Michelle, I know she's a gorgeous, tall, 5 feet 11 inches, green-eyed, blonde. Michelle, you are beautiful. Okay? And in this chapter, she talks about being 13, and ever since then, she wanted to be a model. So she also shares her journey, okay, that she underwent being a tall child in class, etc. And tell us where that's taken you today, and about your little stylist and your little shop and everything.
Desire to walk the runway in either New York or LA. It was something that had, you just have that desire, and it's deep in your soul, and it's something you regret that you didn't do. I was asked to be one of the top 10 faces of IMG modeling agency, but I was young, and my mom was like, "You are not living on Park Place by yourself at 17 years old." Well, I wouldn't be by myself. I'd be with a bunch of other models. Mm-hmm. But they chose a different route. They were like, "You know what? You're going to go to school. You're going to do what you need to do." Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of glad they did. But it all came full circle this last year because of MK Collab becoming part of Longevity. We were the stylists. Many of them were actresses or singers. They definitely, most all of them had very high, I guess you would say, notoriety. Mm-hmm. And then there were, and me, the top networker, mm-hmm. We were able to walk the runway in LA.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, and we were the only people ever that were not models to walk on that runway show.
Wow, how amazing. Now, how did you feel? Did it give you this thrill or adrenaline rush, or what did you feel? Was your dream coming true?
Well, it was kind of interesting because it was extremely hot that day.
Okay.
For some reason, New York was hotter than it's ever been, and it was in the train station, so there was there's no air conditioning. So we were all trying to just, keep our makeup on and everything. But it was such a rush to finally see everything starting to come full circle, to now have fashion where it's now part of our business. So it's actually a tax write-off. And check with your tax professional to make sure that it works in your state. But because it's, because of our clothing being part of the company, it now becomes samples and advertising.
Yes, you bring on some really good points here, Michelle. So when you got into network marketing, it's because you had discovered scrapbooking, you got to talking to people, so you naturally built yourself better in public speaking and speaking to others, building relationships, and that was just a natural thing to you. You already are a natural in interior design, and I know I've seen pictures of your work, and in this chapter, it's mentioned that you have designed several things, like even from way back on, as ceiling fans and sports memorabilia, etc., etc. So you have that natural knack. So it's only natural. I mean, I don't find it as a surprise that you have found your niche to be fashion and design and being a model and on the runway, etc. And then over here, it also says that you always want to drive a dream car, and I believe you've hit that too, haven't you?
Yes. When I first got into network marketing, my goal was to look like Barbie and drive a BMW. I guess I've been told I kind of look like Barbie if she was real. I might, not.
You do.
Real in a normal size. There you go. Real in a normal size, because I'm not a size 0. But I also have the BMW cherry red Z4 convertible.
You'll have to send me a good snapshot of that, because then I'm going to put it in that YouTube file video that I put out on the Naseema Omer YouTube channel after the show. Okay? Okay.
I can do that.
So being a network marketer, did you start heads-on full-time, or did you ease into it as part-time? And the reason I bring that up is I want to let our listeners know that, no matter what type of network marketing company you go for, do your research. Make sure it's a reputable company. Make sure they will send you your checks on the same time every month religiously. And I hear that fantastic music, so I will wrap it up, and we will come back after this quick, short commercial break.
You've been hearing Dr. Wallach talking about 90 essential nutrients, keeping the body healthy. GCNteam.com now has Beyond Tangy Tangerine tablets, 60 plant-derived minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, packed in a powerful tablet. But that's not it. 160,000 auric points, a knockout punch to free radicals. Call 877-878-4203 or go to GCNteam.com. That's 877-878-4203.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market, the gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I impartially shopped the highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $26 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 1-800-403-4885. That's 1-800-403-4885. 1-800-403-4885. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details in the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price can vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Today, more than ever, it's imperative that you protect your digital privacy. EDEC Digital Forensics, Signal Blocking, Anti-Radiation, Anti-Surveillance Faraday Bags shield the contents of your phones, tablets, and key fobs from 4G, Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth, NFC, and more. Find us at edecdf.com/radio or call us now at 805-222-4584. That's 805-222-4584. Radio listeners get 20% off your order.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Naseema Omer Show, produced by Genesis Communication Network. Online streaming at gcnlive.com. That's gcnlive.com. Enjoy listening and watching the video file on my YouTube channel, The Naseema Omer Show. Also, if you have any questions on today's show or any questions in particular for the guest, or you want me to get you connected with something or any feedback, please call 877-279-9422. 877-279-9422. Leave me a message if you don't reach me right away, or visit my website, NaseemaOmer.com. And you can send me a note that way as well. Welcome back, Michelle.
Hi.
Hi. We are talking again today about network marketing, empowering women. Michelle, just before we went on break, I was just kind of talking a little bit about, when people want to get into network marketing, I want to let them know that they don't have to do this heads on full time. They don't need to quit their jobs that they are doing right now or whatever their personal circumstances are that they are facing. They can ease into it and work on a part-time basis. And you were mentioning some great benefits of whatever product the person may choose for, but then, of course, work with your tax professional on specific advice. But I, like you, Michelle, am thoroughly enjoying all the tax breaks and things that I can expense off. And you'd mentioned the MK Collab dresses and designer and fashion accessories, and I, like you, enjoy having them. Wearing those beautiful clothes that make me feel pretty and special. Fabric is amazing. It wears really, really well. And best of all, I can expense it because I'm a network marketer. What other...
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me now, how did you get into that? I know you explained the birth of MK Collab and the runway, etc., but you have really taken this many, many steps further. Can you explain what you've gone and done with it?
Yeah, I can. What happened, I had let myself go. Like many others, we get busy and we start focusing on everybody else's needs and we stop focusing on our own. And something I can say is you can't really give 100% to anybody if you're not giving 100% to yourself, because you're not really you. You've let yourself become somebody else just so you can provide and give everything to your family, to your friends, to everybody around you. You lose pieces of you when you don't take care of yourself. And so I had started to really slide. And Marissa saw me at an event, and Marissa is the designer. She's a celebrity fashion designer that designs all the clothes for MK Collab. She's our exclusive fashion designer. And she did a makeover on me. And when I put those clothes on, I felt beautiful. And normally when I go shopping, I would go into the store and I would try on all these different outfits, and I would come out feeling worse about myself than I did when I walked in.
I know what you're trying to express, but I must add, you are gorgeous and beautiful, but I can totally relate to your experience you just explained.
Well, at the time, I was, not to say that it's bad, but for me, I had, like I said, let myself go. I was a 16, so I was pushing the upper side of the going towards the plus size, and that really isn't where I'm supposed to be. I'm about an 8 right now. So what it did when I started working with her, and she did a makeover on me, I decided I wanted to become the person her clothes made. I wanted to become the person her clothes made me feel.
It's
feel
okay.
Like I look.
I hear a little puppy. He just wants to be on our show as well. Okay.
Yeah, so I ended up doing that, and what I did at that point was I started looking at all the pluses of us having a fashion studio or a fashion clothing line. And yes, it was a tax write-off, so now I pretty much threw out everything I had or sold it. And I was like, you know what, I'm not going to wear anything that doesn't have an advantage to it. Mm-hmm. Because that's where I'm at now. There needs to be a reason for things to do it. And since I switched where I shop, I take that literally. I switched where I shop.
You sure have, and you've done an amazing thing with that wardrobe. I hear that music. Don't you love this music, Michelle?
It's beautiful.
It's amazing. I stumbled on it. I say this practically every show because I just love it. Lindsay Sterling is the artist. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Ted Anderson telling you about Jordan Rubin's Beyond Organic Green-Fed Raw Cheddar Artesian Cheese featuring whole milk created through ancient dairy breeding, unpasteurized, untreated whole milk on the same farm the cows graze, containing natural sources of omega-3s, CLA protein, calcium, probiotics, and enzymes. I have never tasted cheese this good, and you need to try it. Contact your Longevity distributor or call 877-878-4203 or go to gcnteam.com.
Hunters, anglers, campers, and survivalists. Get back to nature. Expand your horizons with the highest quality, most versatile, unique slingshots and sling bows on the market at slingbow.com. Slingbow products are compact and models start from just $17.98. They're perfect for your bug-out bag or storing in your vehicle. Give yourself and your loved ones the excitement and tradition of Slingbow. A new frontier in archery and truly modern twist on this primitive survival tool. Feel the thrill only at slingbow.com.
What would your life be like if you woke up each morning with new vitality, feeling better than you have in years, and you noticed a difference in your sleeping patterns, blood sugar levels, and had a sense of well-being overall? There's something that is changing thousands of people's lives, and you could be one of them. It's called Heart and Body Extract. Sharon Harris, co-creator of Heart and Body Extract, talks about the positive effects of Heart and Body Extract.
What happens with the formula Heart and Body Extract is it's giving the body the necessary vitamins, minerals, amino acids, enzymes, and phytonutrients so the body will heal itself. And yes, the body does have the ability to balance blood pressure, balance cholesterol, clean and unclog the arteries. It can also work on balancing the circulation for diabetics. So the body is an amazing thing. It simply needs some help so it has the tools to heal itself.
Heart and Body Extract gets results. To order your 2-month supply, call now, toll-free at 866-295-5305. Order online at hbextract.com.
We use mobile devices right against our bodies every day, but growing scientific evidence has emerged showing serious health risks associated with exposure to EMF radiation emitted from these devices. The solution is Defender Shield, the most effective mobile radiation shielding ever developed. Defender Shield blocks virtually 100% of EMF radiation from cell phones, tablets, and laptops, and starts at just $64.99. Buy now at DefenderShield.com. For 10% off, use promo code GCN. DefenderShield.com, the worldwide leader in mobile radiation shielding.
It's about time something new came along for better selling and buying online. And I found it.
What now, Marge?
It's buysellmakeoffer.com.
Never heard of it.
It's a brand new company. That's why you've never heard of it. It's the newest and best way to sell any products online. I did all the research.
Sell my car?
Yes.
Our home?
Yep.
My golf bag?
Your golf clubs. All of them.
How about your purse collection hoard?
Hey, now.
You said any product.
Right. I did. We get 30 days free.
Really?
Packages starting from only $7.95. And buysellmakeoffer.com will never charge item fees, ever. Never. And this is cool. Listen to this. You can even use Skype or video to show your items.
That's cool.
Yes. All we have to do is go to the website, sign up, and then load our stuff to sell. I love this site.
Buysellmakeoffer.com.
Buysellmakeoffer.com. You got it?
Buysellmakeoffer.com.
Buysellmakeoffer.com. Better selling, better buying.
Most of you know that heart disease is the #1 silent killer in the U.S. What if I told you for just $54.95 a month you could fight against heart disease naturally? At Heart and Body Extract, we've been helping thousands of people get back to a healthier heart. Don't just take my word for it. Check out all of the success stories at hbextract.com. Or to order, call 866-295-5305. That's 866-295-5305. hbextract.com. Don't risk it when you can take charge of it.
Berkey is your premier source for purified water. The Berkey Light System is portable, requiring no water pressure, electricity, or plumbing, so you can enjoy healthy drinking water anytime, especially during emergencies like blackouts, floods, or earthquakes. This portable system can purify raw, untreated water from lakes, rivers, even stagnant ponds. It removes bad taste and odors like that rotten egg smell of sulfide, as well as organic chemicals, pharmaceuticals, viruses, bacteria, cysts, and parasites, and unhealthy minerals like lead and mercury, while leaving in the healthful minerals your body needs. And you can take the power of Berkey with you when you leave home with a Sport Berkey. Get the Berkey Light System along with 2 Sport Berkey bottles, a $310 value for only $268 by calling New Millennium at 888-803-4438. Save $42 now by asking for this special offer. That's toll-free 888-803-4438. Not yet available in Iowa.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Naseema Omer Show. I am interviewing Michelle Van Etten today on empowering women and network marketing and financial freedom and enjoying fantastic products by just changing places where you shop. Of course, with consideration that the company you choose to go with to be a network marketer for is you have done your research, love the products, and are passionate about them. If you have any questions on the Naseema Omer Show, please call me Naseema at 877-279-9422, or send me a note through my website, NaseemaOmer.com, or reach me by going to GCNlive.com. In addition to enjoying the various listening options, you can kind of look up my information and send me a note that way too. Michelle, just before we went on break, you were talking about you have literally changed the place where you shop, and I can totally relate because longevity just keeps on expanding. We have fantastic coffee, clothing, in addition to our fantastic supplements, company founded by Dr. Joel Wallach on nutritional supplements. We have pet products. So it's amazing, hearing the puppy reminded me, yeah, we have pet products too. I'm not a I'm not a pet person. I don't have cats or dogs, never have. I've had, I think, birds and fish, but that's about it. But you know what? So many people have pets. And if we take care of ourselves, like you said, we need to change the focus by taking care of ourselves first, and then you would be better equipped to take care of others, whether it's your family, friends, extended family, and so much more. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree 100%.
I love the shoes you wear to go with those designer clothing, and I know you shop all over. But tell me, do you on the side do interior design as well?
Not really. But what I did do, I really became passionate about building the fashion side, and I'm pretty much one of the only people who has actually really branched in from the longevity side into fashion 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by 100% is that's where my passion is. I still have everything else, and I still have huge teams. I have a huge team in Mexico and other places, and I just have compartmentalized what I'm working on with what group. But one thing I have found with the fashion, I wanted to test if I built a studio, would they come? Kind of like Field of Dreams, if you build it, will they come? So I built a studio, and I found a 1960s house, and the house was in shambles.
Okay, I remember, may I just interject something? I remember when you stumbled upon that place, and you were talking about it. I'm like, oh, my gosh, things are moving so fast. Yes, Michelle, you're going to be awesome at it. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy because nobody understood exactly what I was doing. And it took 4 months. I mean, we knocked out the walls in the kitchen, rebuilt the whole entire kitchen, tore out the cabinet or the countertops and rebuilt the countertops, tiled it, but did a mosaic tiling.
I love that.
It's so insane in person. It's just absolutely gorgeous. When people walk in that kitchen, it is an experience. It's not something you would ever find anywhere else. I've never seen anybody else's kitchen look like that. But like hardwood floors, we turned this, what I call a sleeper, because when you look from the outside, it looks like a little dinky house. I'm sorry, but it's what it looks like. But then you walk inside and I call it MV House of Style, because it's a house of style. When you walk in, you're transformed. But the biggest transformation of all is how my team came together. At the time, I haven't really built a huge local team, but the team that I do have here are like my sisters, and they helped knock out walls. Their husbands hung the chandeliers. And so when you walk in, you have the energy of love all around you.
I was
explaining to my husband. I was explaining to my husband the other day, I'm like, I want to buy the place because we're renting it right now. I'm like, I want to buy the place. And he's like, honey, it's old. It's going to have so much work that needs to be done. A new roof, a new this. And I said, yes, but you very rarely can walk into a place and feel energized with love.
Oh, my gosh. I just can't wait to walk into your little shop there and boutique and check it out myself. And you mentioned 4 months. And with this team coming together, your local team and family, and putting this place together. And I must say, I loved following your progress on Facebook. You can look Michelle Van Etten up on her Facebook. Yes, social media. And dig out those pictures and see the progress so you can relate to what she's talking about now. But I must say, 4 months was nothing to make what you have made of this place from where its starting point was. Despite being so busy, despite all your travels, homeschooling, and so much more. It's amazing. 4 months is nothing. That would have taken like 2 years.
Well, every single bit, no contractors were hired at all. Mm-hmm. Every single bit was done by hand and by the hands of and for free.
Mm-hmm. And your children helped out.
Yes, my daughter did. She helped to do some of the mosaic tiling. Mm-hmm. I taught her how to tile.
Mm-hmm. So now what? Now you have this beautiful, gorgeous shop. What's its purpose? Explain its purpose. Is it your headquarters for business, or what do you do there? Or what's in there?
We have all the clothes.
Okay.
Or at least most of them. Not in every size, of course, but we have a very good variety of the clothing.
Okay.
And once you're sized in our clothes, you never have to worry. If you're a medium in everything, because she uses the same standard sizing for everything she creates. Mm-hmm. Marissa does. Mm-hmm. So once you're sized, you're done. And Marissa comes out with new stuff every single month.
She does.
So I'm able to offer people new things. And when they're gone, they're gone. It's very limited boutique style. Mm-hmm. One of my girls, she wanted one of the, it's a fur hand warmer. Mm-hmm. Absolutely beautiful. They're like $65, which isn't bad at all because it has pockets on the inside and it keeps your hands warm. And it's just beautiful. But 3 of the colors sold out almost instantly. And she wanted one of those colors. She's like, aren't they going to get them back in? And it's like, no, we want you guys to understand limited quantity means exactly that.
Exactly.
When it's gone, it's gone. Mm-hmm. So I have a group of girls while I was out of town just to explain how much and what I'm seeing happening with this place. When women come and try the clothes on, they feel transformed.
And
they stand taller. They smile more. They feel as beautiful on the outside as they have always on the inside. Mm-hmm. And my girlfriends, they don't have time to go to the store and shop for all these things. I mean, they're CEOs of companies. They're all self-made women, incredibly powerful, beautiful women. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And while I was out of town, they were contacting me and saying, hey, we have a whole group of people that want to come, so you've got to get back so we can have a fashion happy hour.
Oh, wonderful. What a neat idea. And, talking about transformation, if I may just pipe in, that is so true. Now, I know it's true for women, and I'm sure it applies to men as well, but if you find something you like and you wear it, that's all you need to lift your moods, your spirits. Like Michelle, you explained, you stand up tall, so your posturing is better and you feel more confident. Bottom line, who would not want to feel more confident, right? And wear what they're wearing and walk confidently, knowing that it fits them perfectly. They look gorgeous in it and powerful.
Yes, and I have found that a lot of the women that I've started working with, they go to a lot of different functions and want to have something that not everybody else has. So that has helped too. And one thing about empowering women, I love finding women who are strong in character, who have that power in them. Because when you collaborate with people who are smarter, stronger, know more people than you do, you end up building this huge network of people who want to help each other. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We learn from each other. Yep.
We do.
We do
100%. Mm-hmm. We learn so many different things. And I've built Blake Graham, who's another one of the guys, actually almost like a founding distributor in Youngevity. Mm-hmm. He says you have to network before you market.
True. Very
and
true.
And it's so true. Mm-hmm. You have to build real connections with people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And women talk all the time. Mm-hmm. And if you build genuine connections, then you can build an empire. Mm-hmm.
I have a team in Mexico right now, and the leader that I have over there, he is doing something that many in Mexico are not. His whole goal is to empower the women, to make them the sole focus.
Wow. It's amazing. You know, networking before marketing. Very true. And you're right. This is a perfect thing for women to get into, because we naturally talk, and if we like something, we naturally share with others as well. So it's not so much as, you know, you hear that people say, I've come across this, well, I'm not a salesperson. Well, you know what? Everyone is a salesperson to a level or not. You know, when you go for a job interview, you're actually promoting yourself and selling yourself. Or if you tell someone, hey, you know, I watched this movie last week and it's really good, you should go see it. Well, guess what you're doing? You're a salesperson right there for that show. You know, so it comes naturally, and I couldn't agree with you more. And meeting up with leaders and connecting and sharing ideas and thoughts, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's powerful. Michelle, I know you and I, we were on our Longevity paid for cruise not too long ago this year again in 2016. And one of the things I really enjoy over there, in addition to the luxury and vacation and pampering and excursions, is the networking aspect of having time to connect with other leaders and sharing information and picking up ideas. And I hear that music, and we'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
By now you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Block-It Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockItPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockItPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockItPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
It's about time something new came along for better selling and buying online. And I found it.
What now, Marge?
It's buysellmakeoffer.com.
Never heard of it.
It's a brand new company. That's why you've never heard of it. It's the newest and best way to sell any products online. I did all the research.
Sell my car?
Yes.
Our home?
Yep.
My golf bag?
Your golf clubs. All of them.
How about your purse collection hoard?
Hey, now.
You said any product.
Right. I did. We get 30 days free.
Really?
Packages starting from only $7.95. And buysellmakeoffer.com will never charge item fees ever. Never. And this is cool. Listen to this. You can even use Skype or video to show your items.
That's cool.
Yes. All we have to do is go to the website, sign up, and then load our stuff to sell. I love this site.
Buysellmakeoffer.com.
Buysellmakeoffer.com. You got it?
Buysellmakeoffer.com.
Buysellmakeoffer.com. Better selling, better buying.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pileski of the Pileski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
Hello, my name is Don Wiskin from HeartDrop.com, the distributors of Extendivite, the #1 heart drop that people have been raving about for years. Every February for the last 16 years, HeartDrop.com has had a Heart Month sale to help you stay heart healthy. For only $115 plus shipping and handling, you can get a 4-month supply of Extendivite in either liquid or capsule form to help you get started on your path to better health. Now is the time to stock up. Order what you need. Stay heart healthy all year with the #1 heart drop, Extendivite. To order your Extendivite, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877 928-8822 or visit our website, heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Looking for that edge during those intimate moments? We see many ads for enhancement, but the side effects include death. At GCN Team, we should change the Healthy Body, Brain, and Heart Pack to the Healthy Libido Pack. The brain and heart are not the only organs that require a healthy vascular system. For proper blood flow at the right moment, go to GCNteam.com or call 877-878-4203. That's 877-878-4203. That's 877-878-4203.
Are you sneezing, coughing, and aching? Do you have a sore throat, a fever, or the sniffles? There's no reason to be sick this cold and flu season with immune system support from Supernatural Silver. Supernatural Silver can give your body the help it needs to fight off harmful pathogens without hurting beneficial gut flora and without leaving behind resistant bacteria. Antibiotics can damage good microflora and often leave behind bacteria which can cause problems later on. If you're sick of being sick, try Supernatural Silver. Supernatural Silver, the #1 choice of thousands for a safe and effective way to protect against the many diseases and illnesses that we are facing today. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, read our customer reviews, and see the life-changing results that people are having. That's supernaturalsilver.com. Supernaturalsilver.com. Use the promo code PROTECTED for 20% off your entire order. And like us on Facebook. Supernatural Silver.
Owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Get on board with the Tax Admiral. Don't pick on the IRS alone. I'll cut penalties and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company helping people clean up their mess with the IRS.
If you owe $10,000 or more, then call the Tax Admiral.
Call 800-287-7180. Again, that's 800-287-7180. 800-287-7180.
Welcome back to the Naseema Omer Show, produced by Genesis Communication Network. I am interviewing Michelle Van Etten today on network marketing and empowering women. If you have any questions, please call 877-279-9422, 877-279-9422. And if you are interested in the network marketing opportunity, reach out to me or send me a note as well. Michelle, what is the name of your boutique?
MV House of Style.
I love it. I love it. That's MV House of Style. And do you have a website too where people can go look at stuff?
My website is MK Collab. So MKCOLLAB .boutique.
Nice. Very nice.
And there's no .com on that. It's just .boutique.
.boutique. Very nice. So tell me, what else can we talk about? What would you like to talk about and share with the audience today?
I think the most important thing that I have learned recently, either in networking or anything else, like I said, network before you market, share what you're passionate about. But I think a great exercise everybody could do is, if money were no object, write down 50 things that you would like to have or be or do, and start dreaming again. Because that's what our life is all about. It's living a dream that most people don't even know exists. And being able to do things, even as a part-time person. When I first started, we'll go back to that subject, I didn't have a second job or a first job per se. I taught scrapbooking, so I did that. But I would not have given up my job if I had one until I had replaced the income consistently, because it doesn't require full-time. It requires full-time of the time you have to give. If that's 1 hour, then that means 60 minutes of nothing more than money-making activity. If it's 2 hours, then it's 2 hours of nothing else besides money-making activity. People who end up leaving their job before they're ready, they waste a lot of time because they're trying to prepare themselves for what they're not ready to do yet.
You know,
because you have to work your way into it.
Couldn't agree with you more, Michelle. Those are some really good, powerful words of wisdom there, Michelle. Because, you know, by the time a person waits to kind of want to know everything before going out there and doing anything, with technology and information and things changing and speeding up so quickly, they're going to be left back in the dust, don't you think?
Oh, definitely. And the way I always say is I try to help my team not make as many mistakes as I did. But if I didn't make those mistakes, I wouldn't be consistently failing forward. Mm-hmm. And it's failing forward that keeps you in movement. Because you might have a setback of a short second, but then you regroup, figure it out, dial it in just a little bit, and then you get it laser focused. Mm-hmm. And you figure out exactly what works. And then you're unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, we learn. I mean, you know, most of us who have children, or even those who don't have watched children or on movies or televisions or whatnot, and it's like, how many times does a little toddler not know how to walk or falls down, or even when crawling rolls off to one side and stuff, but they have to keep learning from it, and they figure out what works for them and learn to eventually crawl perfectly, walk perfectly, and run perfectly. Now, if it's not perfect, it's okay. So, this is where we go. I hear that music. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everyone's had a great time. Thank you so much, Michelle, for being on our show. On my show today.
Thank you, Naseema. It's been great.
And thank you, all the listeners. Look for the YouTube channel, the Naseema Omer Show.
Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy.
Find it aggravating to wait for your slow-flow gravity filter to produce water? Does your system run so slow that it takes an hour or more to get less than a gallon of water? Slow-flow gravity water filters often utilize inferior technology that requires 4 elements to produce less than a gallon of filtered water per hour. Moreover, these elements don't eliminate a broad spectrum of difficult-to-remove contaminants, such as viruses. Well, there's good news for you. You can upgrade your slow-flow system with the power of Black Berkey purification elements. That's because they're interchangeable with most slow-flow systems, and they purify water up to 8 times faster. You could replace 4 of the slow-flow elements with a single Black Berkey purification element and double the speed of your system. Upgrade today to Black Berkey purification elements, the fastest and most powerful gravity elements available. Call New Millennium at 888-803-4438 and ask about the specials. That's toll-free 888-803-4438.
Are you worried about your mom or dad living alone in their house? Hi, I'm Joan London. Listen, I know how difficult it is to find senior care for someone you love. That's why I recommend a free service called A Place for Mom. They are the nation's largest senior living referral service. Call A Place for Mom today.
To receive free information on senior living communities in your area, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-704-6182.
A Place for Mom offers free one-on-one advice from local advisors and a personalized list of senior living communities you can visit. If you have questions about senior care for your mom or dad, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
Call A Place for Mom in the next 10 minutes to get your free ebook on financing senior care as well as free information on senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-704-6182. That's 1-800-704-6182.